All right, Dave Palumbo here at the RX Muscle headquarters. This is my second Periscope, and yeah, I kind of don't like the whole thing, but at the same time I do. We came into the office. We always we don't come in here on Saturdays normally. So the fish tank, the fish are very aggressively hungry right now. So if you look over at the monster fish tank, the 600-gallon fish tank that I got here, I have some very big fish in there. They're super hungry. I'm going to shut the light off so that you guys can see even better.
Dave, say hi to Heather Dees.
Heather Dees, what's up? And I don't know, is this going to make me not be able to... You can't see me. All right, I got to turn the light back. I thought I was going to be very dramatic. I thought I was going to be super dramatic, but I guess I can't. That's a big Albino Pacu right there in the middle. He's going to eat everything. He's basically the vacuum cleaner of this tank. And when I put the food in there, he will eat 80% of it. He's got little teeth coming in now. He's teething. He's a pretty big teething fish. We have the big Oscars, the red ruby Oscars. They're going to probably devour a lot of the initial food that's going to go in there. We have the smallest one in there is the little not albino, but gold is over here. He's the smallest guy, but he'll eat a lot. You'll see too. He's tough. They call him Jack Dempsey's because Jack Dempsey was a heavyweight boxer. He was real tough. We have our Albino Channel Cat, who was the smallest fish in the tank, and now he will eat everything off the floor like you've never seen before. One of my favorite fish is the albino clown knife, and a lot of people ask me, how come you have so many albinos? I said, well, I have a black tank and I have black gravel, so I got to have albino fishes so they stick out. They're getting very rambunctious, and as you can see, I have the albino Arowana on the top, and that guy has probably grown about 4 or 5 inches in the last 2 weeks. He's been eating like a fiend, and he's kind of rare because he's all golden color. I mean, he's albino too, and you don't really see it. Usually they're very silvery colored. So I'm preparing you guys because when I put this food in here, these guys are going to go ballistic. Hopefully Amanda could catch it all as I'm doing it. And if you have any questions about the feeding process, feel free to ask me the questions because I have my own little special blend of food I'm going to feed them. Bodybuilders have to eat a lot of protein. Well, I got to protein load these fish too because they're monster fish. I call them the bodybuilding fish or the species nutrition sponsored fish. These fish are sponsored by the company. So let's get the first. There's 3 waves of feeding here. The first wave is the pellets that float on the top of the water. Okay. This is the first wave. The Pacu will probably eat half of these. All right, here we go. Step back. You don't want to get wet. There we go. All right. Pacu is at it. Look at him, like a vacuum cleaner, sucking those down. The Oscars like to feed off the top too. The Arowana is a completely, exclusively top feeder. They'll come back now and get a little bit more. Pacu, the Arowana at the top there. Okay. I think they've eaten everything right there. Now we're going to go to phase 2. Phase 2 are the sinking pellets. Okay, because we have a lot of fish that eat off the bottom. So phase 2, the Pacu will basically eat off the top and the bottom. He don't care. He does not care. And what I have to do is I have to distract the fish. So I give them 2 feedings in 2 different spots so I get the other fish can get a chance. Here we go. All right. A lot of chaos in the tank, and then I'm going to put another load on this side here. Oop, Pacu Arowana almost took my finger off. All right, they're off. Now you kind of got to back up and watch them all. The Albino Channel Cat at the bottom, he is probably the best bottom feeder because that's what he's made to do, is eat off the bottom. But if you see the big sharks, these are albino iridescent sharks. They're enormous. You never see them this big. These are aquarium worthy, I like to say. I don't even know how big they'll get, but they seem to keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. There's my beautiful red spotted gold Severum. I only have 1 left. His buddy committed suicide. And wave 3 of the feeding, as they finish off everything I've already put in there, which is an enormous amount of food, by the way, is going to be krill, which is shrimp. Bodybuilders can wrap their arms around that. Actually, I should probably open another thing up, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to try to sift out whatever pieces I can get in here. They're like little shrimp. Krill's got a lot of good omega-3 fats, as you know. They're very essential to good health. So I should be eating some of this. We should make our omega lice with the krill, but we're not going to. It's very expensive. All right, let's see if we can pull out some krill here. We're going to set it up while you guys are looking at the tank and watching them feed on the last bit of stuff that's in there. The Arowana absolutely loves the krill. So he's gonna, this is his like treat. All right. This is like Haagen-Dazs ice cream. This is Haagen-Dazs ice cream for the Arowana. And if you see this orangey red color in here, this pinkish color, when the fish eat these, the carotenoids in the krill get into their skin, and it makes them, give them a pinkish hue, especially the albino fish. They will look very pink, so this gives them great color. So here we go. Arowana ready? There he goes. Ooh, he snagged some. He loves this stuff. That's his favorite. Watch him. He's going to eat it all up. The Oscars like it too, but the Arowana loves the krill. That's his favorite. He's getting a little intimidated by the Oscars, but he's got the biggest mouth there. He can probably swallow almost half the fish in this tank. Oh, there goes the Pacu. As I said, the vacuum cleaner, there'll never be a piece of food left as long as he's here. Never. Never. All right, well, as you've seen these guys finish up the last bits, we're going to come over here to the 55-gallon. Now, this, in most people's houses, this would be a big fish tank, but in obviously compared to the 600-gallon monster tank, this is not so big. Now, this is a small Oscar there. Those are the red spotted gold Severums, and then we have some red-headed Tapajos Geophagus. Geophagus means earth movers. They like to suck the gravel up. They're earth eaters. All right, here we go. Let's drop these in there, and they're going to go pretty crazy because they haven't eaten either. There they go. The Oscar is the biggest gluttonous fish we have in there. He'll eat the most. The other ones will just grab it as they fall down. The Geophagus like to eat off the bottom. You can see that as they're falling to the bottom, they'll get them. When I first got these Geophagus, oops, scared them a little bit. They were very uncolorful. Now they're getting their red heads are coming in. That's why they call it redhead Tapajos. You can see all their red heads. I don't know if Amanda can get close enough. You can see the red heads on them. There they are. Very colorful. All right, and then we have one more fish in the office that we're going to feed. He's Amanda's fish. It's the white platinum Siamese fighting fish, or as they're known as bettas. Okay, let's see if we see where he's hanging out now. He loves to eat, this guy. If you can see, he's just it's a shame that they're such gorgeous fish. Look at that pinkish platinum look. Except they have to live alone because they don't like to live with other fish. It's a pretty cool fish. The lighting's kind of weird. I don't know if you can get a true appreciation for it, but he's like solid platinum white with like a pinkish hue to it. And he doesn't even eat krill. And that's the feeding of the fish tanks. Now I got to go take care of the snake tanks. I got to do muscle in the morning. I got a consultation. I got to answer emails. So on Sunday here, we work. There's no day of rest here at rxmuscle.com or Species Nutrition. And we just got into the office and got a lot to do. So, guys, I can't hang out on Periscope all day. Hope you enjoyed the little fish tank feeding. Catch me next time.